Hi there. I'm going to share with you what you can do if you feel like you're losing your voice. Oh, goodness me. Now, I have had a cold. It's a very strange cold. It started off as what felt like a head cold. It didn't quite develop into a head cold. I took 3 days off. I stopped teaching for 3 days. I stopped making videos. I just didn't work for 3 days. I went from my bed to my sofa. I drank ginger shots. I drank lemon, ginger, honey, with turmeric in warm water, and I just rested. And since then, this strange cold is a bit like COVID. It changes symptoms every few days. When I had COVID, the symptoms changed every day, and I've had COVID 4 times. I've had COVID 4 times, and each time the symptoms have changed every day. With this virus, they change kind of every few days, and in the last couple of weeks, weekly. But in the last 2 weeks, I've also had a chest infection. Now, I have asthma. I was diagnosed with asthma at the age of 8, so that was 40 years ago at the time of making this video. And I'm always at risk of developing a chest infection when I get a cold. And I've only ever really had flu twice in my life, but in times that I have had flu, I developed chest infections both times. Now, of course, I do everything I can to be healthy. I do eat pretty healthily. I do drink a lot of water, as you know, we stay hydrated. And I do take vitamin supplements. Now, there are different types of vitamin supplements. Some are stronger and more pungent than others. Some are more natural. Some have more chemicals in. It can be difficult to know which ones are better for you. Generally speaking, the ones which are higher priced are going to be less chemically and more natural. Are going to be more potent. Potent was the word I was thinking of, not pungent. Pungent is like a smell, right? Potent. We want to be as healthy as possible as singers. Now, as you can hear, my voice doesn't sound very bad, but it is quite raspy a lot of the time now because I've been coughing a lot. Now, before I started filming this video, I did do a short warm up. I used SOVT exercises, and I am going to give you some of those at the end of this video. But before we do that, I do want to go into how you can look after your voice and how you can keep others safe. Now, I'm certain that the reason I got sick in the first place was due to a combination of things. Every week, 1 day a week, I travel to a music room where I teach. And because of the nature of what goes on in that building, there's a lot of dancing, there's a lot of acting, there's a lot of rehearsal. So people are moving around a lot, and they don't tend to have the heating on very much. Only if it's like snowing outside, if it's really, really cold. And in the music rooms, there are pianos. So it's really important to keep pianos at a constant temperature so they don't have the heating coming on and off and on and off at night and day, because that would ruin the tuning of the pianos and all of that sciencey stuff, right? So I do tend to layer up when I go there. Singers tend to be very creative. They tend to be moving around a lot, running around a lot. They tend to be out at night because they're gigging or they're rehearsing. They're in studios and rooms like my teaching room, which can be quite enclosed. My teaching room actually does have a window, but you don't want to have it open because it's too cold and all this kind of stuff. So there's lots of things going on. And at one point, every single one of my singers, bar one, had this cold. And despite me telling them to cancel their lessons if they're sick, you can't sing if you've got a sore throat, you can't sing properly if you're ill, they kept coming to their lessons. And you know, my immune system can only protect me so much. And I got this cold. So, okay, I've been traveling on the London Underground. I don't actually travel on Underground that often, usually no more than 3 times a week. So I do believe it was a combination of sitting in that cold room, the fluctuation in temperature, and my singers coming in and singing in the same room as me with this cold, which led to me then catching the cold. So, lesson 1, if you have singing lessons, and especially if you see your voice coach in person, please don't go when you're ill and make your voice coach ill as well. It's really not fair, quite irresponsible. And it means that they have to then cancel all of their lessons with all of their students for however long they're sick for. So please be responsible, think responsibly, and think, who else is this impacting if I don't protect myself by not going to my singing lesson? Keep yourself warm. I've got 2 layers on right now. In the UK, fuel costs are ridiculously high. Most people can't afford to heat their homes, even in London, where it seems like people are rich, but actually no, most people aren't. Just a very few handful, just like the rest of the world. And so people are sitting in cold houses, cold rooms, cold flats, and doing their best to keep warm. But at some point, something's got to give. So warm drinks, try not to have lots of dairy. So you don't really want to be having lots of hot chocolate or milk or coffee with tea. In the UK, we have milk with tea, right? Dairy clogs up your vocal cords. It clogs up all of that area around there. Stay hydrated. You want to keep your system flushed, okay? Very, very important. There's a reason I say that at the end of all of my videos, and it's not just because it's a catchphrase, it's because it's very important for your health and for your vocal health. If you have a sore throat, or if your voice sounds raspy or croaky, mine is on the edge, but by the end of a conversation I do feel like I need to rest my voice, so I'm taking lots of vocal rest. I haven't sung properly. I did do a gig on Saturday, so just a few days ago, but I don't like cancelling gigs, and I wasn't sick enough to not sing. So I did sing, but I was singing backing vocals, and it was only for a short period of time, like 6 songs or something. So it wasn't the normal, very belty music that I would usually sing. So if you can, try not to sing, but if you must, then take it easy. So SOVT exercises, these are really good if you are getting sick, if you've been sick, if you feel like you're losing your voice, or if you have lost your voice and you're just coming back to singing. So these are really, really gentle. We're going to start down here, and we're going to start with zzz. SOVT just means semi-occluded vocal tract, and all that means is that something is in the way of your vocal tract, which is this bit here where the sounds and the air come through. So that something is your teeth, your lips, or your tongue, or a straw, or something else if you like using gadgets for this type of stuff. I'm not really a gadgety person, so we're going to start with zzz, and we're just making a really gentle sound. Back down. Last one. Now you can hear just after that short exercise that my voice is a little bit less raspy than it was before we started. So let's continue with but I'm not going to be complacent. I'm still going to take it gently, and we're going to make the sound. Yes, it does tickle. Get over it, it's fine. Here we go. 5, 6, 7, and. They will be quiet, so don't be tempted to push. These exercises are really good for protecting your voice. Now, if you're finding this helpful, remember to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so that you get all of my future videos. And then when you're feeling better, go back and follow some of the other videos that are already here. If you're really serious about singing and you would like a consultation, either for singing lessons or for songwriting coaching, then make sure that you book a consultation. Go to the pinned comment or the description, get yourself booked in. We'll have a chat for about 30 minutes about where you are now, where you want to be. If you're coming for songwriting coaching, I can listen to one of your songs and give you a little bit of analysis and see how we can work together. And if you're coming for singing lessons, you can sing a short verse and chorus for me. I'll give you some analysis, a bit of feedback, and we can see what's the best way for us to work together. I look forward to hearing from you. Okay, let's move on to zh. Last one. Now we move on to lip bubbles. And we sing. So as you can hear and as you can feel, these are very, very gentle exercises. If you felt like you were quite croaky or you didn't really have a voice, I've lost about 5 of my top notes and about 3 of my bottom notes. If you feel like you can't sing like you usually would, just do these really nice gentle exercises and try not to sing too much, but you can do these a couple of times a day just to keep things moving and keep your voice as healthy as you can. So our last exercise is tongue trills. If you can't do a tongue trill, rolling your R's, if you can't do that, then change to ooh, and we're gonna sing. Here we go. Last one. I hope this has helped you to understand more about how to keep your voice safe and as healthy as possible if you're feeling like you're getting sick, if you are sick, or if you're just getting over a sickness. Remember to like and subscribe, share this with someone that you think will benefit, get yourself booked in for a consultation. I'll see you in the next video. Stay hydrated. Ciao!